What's up, YouTube? This is GalacticGod, and welcome to another episode of Why Didn't This Card See Play? Now this week, we're looking at an oldie but goodie. We're taking a look at Nobleman of Extermination. Now this card has been around for quite a while, but it's also pretty useful in my opinion. It's a normal spell card, and it's got an effect that states, destroy and remove from play one face-down spell or trap card. If it was a trap card, both players must remove from play all cards in their decks with the same name as it. So what exactly does this mean? It's kind of like an MST mixed with a Nobleman of Crossout. So it's very similar to both those cards in certain aspects. For one, you get spell and trap removal, which is always good. And two, you get to remove a face down. If it was a trap that you destroyed and removed, you remove all copies of that trap in their deck. So it's very similar to Nobleman of Crossout in that aspect. So how is this useful? Well, besides just the basic spell and trap removal, let's say you hit something like a face-down Dimensional Prison. Well, that means that you then have to go through their deck and remove all copies of that Dimensional Prison. So no longer do you have to worry about running into a D-Prison. Also, if you hit their Solemn Warning, they have to go through their deck and remove the other Solemn Warning. If they don't, then that probably means they have the other one in their hand, or maybe, that if there's two face-down cards, that the other face-down is also another Solemn Warning, so you can kind of plan your strategy accordingly. So it kind of gives you a little leg up in that aspect, because you get kind of like a look into what they're doing. Also, if they just remove one other D-Prison in their deck, you have the option of confirming that they don't have any more cards in their deck that are D-Prison. So you get to go through their deck and get a real good look at what they're playing. Kind of a little shisty thing to do, but something that is definitely an option. So with all that said, why is it that you think Nobleman of Extermination has never seen any real competitive play? In this format, I can only assume it's because we have access to 3 Mystical Space Typhoons and a Heavy Storm, so spell and trap removal is not such a big issue in this format. But there has been past formats where, spell and trap, removal has been an issue, where you've only been allowed to have one MST. So why is it that this card has never seen play then? Is it because some players just think that Dust Tornado is just that much better? Because you can activate it on your opponent's turn, chain it during the end phase, that they don't like to wait and see that it could be a chainable card underneath that face down that they don't want the option of their player having? Or is it just, it's just too slow, they don't like it because of that aspect? Maybe they don't like the remove aspect because then they have to remove all copies of the card that they have in their deck as well. In the comments section below down here, make sure you leave me your reasonings why you think it is that Nobleman of Extermination has never saw any competitive play, why it has never, bursted that bubble onto the top tier scene of the decks. And I guess that's about it for this week. This is GalacticGod, out.